News of the day. Peter Capaldi has been named as the new Doctor Who. He's the 12th actor to play the Doctor, and he's best known for his role as the foul-mouthed spin doctor Malcolm Tucker in the BBC series The Thick of It. The Scottish actor was the bookmaker's favourite to take over the role from Matt Smith. But here's the guy himself. Have a look.
It's so wonderful not to keep this secret any longer, but it has been absolutely fantastic in its own way. So many wonderful things. For instance, for a while I couldn't tell my daughter, who would be looking on the internet and discovering that people were saying so-and-so should be Doctor Who and so-and-so should be Doctor Who, and she was getting rather upset that they never mentioned me. And I said, just rise above it, darling, rise above it.
He's going to be fantastic.
This is a lovely observation here in the Irish Times on how big a deal this is in Britain, but of course here as well. You know, this is one of the main markets for Doctor Who, always has been since the beginning of that fine British television show. In the end, it was a bit of an anticlimax. Apple can keep the details of their project launches secret. The Academy does a good job of keeping a lid on Oscar nominations, but it seems it's just that bit harder to stop the news of the next Doctor Who from leaking out. By last night, the bookies had stopped taking bets on the Scottish actor ascending to the police box. So no, you can't seem to sit on that news. It always leaks out in advance.
And what's very clear is there are so many Doctor Who fans out there on social media, Twitter, Facebook and the like. So it's a big market, and undoubtedly Peter Capaldi will hit it out of the park as the 12th Doctor Who. Now, as Virginia said, we'll have more chat about that big announcement later in the program. Doctor Who has finally been revealed. He, of course, is actor Peter Capaldi.
The Scottish star will be the 12th person to play the iconic role, replacing actor Matt Smith. Not surprisingly, the BBC has made a very big deal out of this announcement. I've been
very excited.
Crying. Hello, Doctor. Fantastic. He's well known, of course, as in the role of Malcolm Tucker in The Thick of It, which, if you missed it, it's available on DVD collections. It's much played in this country and elsewhere because it is a great show, and it is one of the most acerbic portraits of political power and spin doctory that you're ever going to see. It's also unplayably rude. How are we going to manage to play this excerpt of Malcolm Tucker? Could you explain that to me, please, Michael?
It's been left in the hands of ABC News Breakfast editing geniuses. Let's see what they've come up with.
Well, now we've got another adjective to add to smug and glum, haven't we? Do you not think it would be germane to check who you're talking to? It's a newspaper office. It's not a sanatorium for the deaf. Is it? Are you so dense? I'm not going to have to run around slapping badges on people with a big tick on some and a big cross on others, so you know when to shut your gob and when to open it.
You get the drift.
My hair's curling. Yep, that's the guy they've picked to play the Doctor. Go figure.
No, the Doctor Who, of course, is G-rated versus the Thick of It, which is
There are a number of people in Britain calling for the fact that now, finally, it is time for a woman to be the Doctor. The Doctor regenerates, of course, as you know very well, and regenerates into whatever form he chooses. And it might be time now for a woman, and there are many people lobbying for that, and I support that. Can you imagine Helen Mirren playing the Doctor?
Judi Dench.
Judi Dench as the Doctor. That's even better.
Maybe next time.
I thought Miriam Margolyes as Doctor would just be brilliant.
Yeah, there's hope. There's been, 12 now with Peter Capaldi so far. There's hope for a female Doctor. Some stage down the track.
Peter Capaldi, you're the last bloke. I won't use the terms.
The other big announcement, many people would argue the bigger news announced overnight, and that, of course, is the announcement of Peter Capaldi, better known to many of you as the foul-mouthed spin doctor Malcolm Tucker in the series The Thick of It. He is the 12th Doctor Who. And
Morag Jones tweets, "Yay, he's a Scot." So clearly a personal connection there. So that's been received well. Another tweet that I saw earlier was, "What? Who? Who? No."
Oh,
so clearly...
How can you not like this chap?
I'm so glad we're not playing the sound to this particular clip. Because
if you can lip read, you can have a fairly good idea of Malcolm Tucker there in full flight. And viewers, if you're very good over the next hour, we'll play you a snippet with sound of Malcolm Tucker at the end of the...